Welcome to Fred Achando Analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Raila Odinga seems to have cornered William Ruto into a very tight corner. He is not giving him any space to breathe. William Ruto on his side is trying to do everything and anything within his powers and within his reach. He does not want to leave any stone unturned. And what William Ruto is now doing is that he is looking for reinforcement and backup. The latest political development is that William Ruto has brought in Murky Sonko, and he wants Mike to take a very active role in trying to neutralize Raila Odinga in Nairobi, because Sonko has got some experience when he was a governor in Nairobi and Raila had heightened the political temperatures. It is on record that Murky Sonko, in his own very confession, that he went and dumped human feces at Jacaranda grounds so that Raila could not attend a rally in that place. So Murky Sonko has sued Raila Odinga. He's filed a petition in a court of law that Raila Odinga illegally declared Monday as a national holiday. Remember when Raila was in Siaya in his mass action rallies, he declared that in the name of Azimio, I declare Monday as a national holiday, because Raila wanted that day to be a free day for the few ODM supporters who could be working on that day to rally together in unity, to give them the support that they want in a bid to air their grievances to William Samoei Ruto. And he also wanted to assert his authority, to show William Ruto that I don't recognize your authority as the president and I can declare a national holiday. And William Ruto does not want to take this lying down. So he has sent Murky Sonko. But I have a feeling that the judge has disappointed Sonko, because by going to the courts, they are also looking at Monday. They want to do everything to avert any mass action that is going to take place in Nairobi, and that's why they wanted this thing to be heard, or the judge to temporarily block them pending any hearing. But the judge has said, and I quote, that I have pursued the petition, notice of motion and certificate of urgency, all dated 17th March 2023. I have not found any gazette notice by the cabinet secretary in charge of interior declaring 20th of March 2023 a public holiday as per the constitution. And the judge said that the case will be heard on Tuesday. Now remember, the case will be heard after Raila has gone ahead with his mass action plan, and we will now have the result, whatever they want to achieve, whether they shall have achieved it, because now Tuesday will be just a postmortem of the previous day, of what happened the previous day. But the introduction of Murky Sonko in Nairobi politics now is really raising eyebrows, because he has been outside the limelight for some times. For him to be brought now simply indicates that William Ruto is very disparate and despondent, and you know, any disparate man can do anything to succeed. So Murky Sonko is one person who the Azimio must be wary about. The other day, the Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka had warned Murky Sonko to be very careful, because he was telling him that the Kenya Kwanza will use and dump you. And this is in light of the confession, another confession that Sonko had revealed, that sometimes back when they were in government, him and the former PS in the Interior Ministry, Mr. Karanja Kibicho, they could go to an extent of buying second-hand vehicles, then burn them, set them on fire, so that they can blame it on the opposition. I mean, you can imagine going to that extent. When people are going without food, when other parents are going, lack even school fees, that the government can waste money, buy vehicles, ban them so that they can paint the opposition in bad faith. If they did it together with the interior PS, what makes us think that Mike Sonko cannot do it? Because he has urgently been brought as a backup, as a reinforcement. He's going to the court. It's like telling Raila Amolo Odinga that we understand this game. I want to give you a run for your money. And so there are two things that Mike Sonko might do, and the Azimio fraternity must be very cautious and wise at the same time. They could even send some guys they could send a team under the guise of Azimio supporters. They even buy for them Azimio t-shirts or ODM t-shirts. Then they go break into people's shops. They break people's personal vehicles along the way so that this can be blamed on them. Because from what is happening today, a police officer also, we assume, lobbed a tear gas canister in a rally that was full of dignitaries. Raila Amolo Odinga, Martha Karua, and Kalonzo Musyoka are senior citizens of this country, and you cannot just throw a tear gas canister in their rally. This tells you just how disparate this administration is. You saw even in the police force, we have diehards, those who are still being led by their ethnic thoughts. They so believe that because William Ruto is a Kalenjin and Rigathi Gachagua is a Kikuyu, they feel so much entitled that if they get a chance, they can even assassinate the Azimio brigade. Because you don't understand how, anyone, not unless you are insane, can throw a tear gas canister. It happened sometimes back when Martha Karua, the Azimio fraternity, were campaigning in Kisii. And I remember when Martha Karua took that microphone to start addressing the rally, they threw a tear gas canister. It was condemned. So they could do something mischievous just to ensure that they scare the Azimio fraternity. So the introduction of Mike Sonko in this game is one that should worry Raila Amolo Odinga, because they can really cause a lot of mayhem in Nairobi. We expect that these rallies will move on, will continue from Monday, because Monday to me is either the beginning of the end or the end of the beginning. It is a make or break to Raila Amolo Odinga. So if they expect that they will proceed with the rallies, what happens on Monday will determine what will happen in the next rallies. Because it's very simple. They can collude, they can give even other members of the Kenya Kwanza team uniforms so that they clash. People fight. You see what you remember what happened in Kisii after the Azimio rally. Some guys came there and people really fought there, and we had bloodshed, something that is really not good. But when this happens, what they shall have achieved is you will see several groups coming to condemn and telling Raila to stop all these rallies, because it's very easy to play with the emotions of parents. Once some goons have been sent and they cut people and people fight and they see blood, then they will telling you, you will hear such cries like, for how long will Kenyans die for Raila to ascend to power? How many more children, how many more youths does he want to be maimed and to be killed for him to get to power? So they will be playing with the emotions, and parents will start having a second thought. They will be saying, enyewe hizi maandamano hazina manufaa na faida. They'll be thinking that these rallies, they are not beneficial to us, and so we should stop them. So Raila Odinga and the Azimio fraternity must be very careful now that Mike Sonko has come to try and counter them. Mike will use resources. They will give money to youths, and they will be buying youth. So wherever these Azimio supporters are, they should be very, very careful. any kind of mischievous characters they see around, they should deal with them. Number two, Mike Sonko is also very clever. You know, while he's doing this, I know he's also trying to campaign to ensure that he endears himself. He wants to show the Nairobians that I'm there. He's preparing for 2027, because from the look of things, the Rigathi team is not very happy with the current governor, Johnson Sakaja. And even Ruto is lukewarm, because it is Sakaja who is telling William Ruto to listen to Raila Odinga so that they can talk. That is the sobriety that Sakaja is wired with. And from where I sit, the Kenya Kwanza does not want anyone speaking to Raila Odinga. And so Mike Sonko is also using this opportunity to look at 2027. I don't know what is going to happen, but we are looking very closely as things transpire. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet in another video.